Good morning, YouTubers, friends and followers, subscribers and Trevorites, lovers, haters, chicken chasers, and the wasted spacers that watch my channel. Thank you very much for your support. It means a lot. But, and a big but, if you're watching this video right now and you've not yet subscribed, why not? It's free. Well, people, it's Thursday morning, just before 9 a.m. I've actually been awake since 6, if I'm honest. Yes, awake since 6. My son has a body clock, wakes up just after 6. My dog has a bladder clock that wakes up, so I've got to go get things in motion. But you know what? Today's going to be a great day. And you're probably thinking, why is it going to be a great day, Trevor? Because today, that is the mindset I'm going to approach today with. It's going to be a great day. Think positive, think smart, and things fall into place. I know everyone's having their own issues. We all have our own issues. But if we keep dwelling on our issues, we're not helping ourselves up here, are we? Yes. Thank you to everyone out there who so far has helped by either sharing, retweeting, or donating, or even talking about it. Yes, the wonderful, the iconic British sporting legend, former world record holder Fatima Whitbread has now reached over £2,000 in donations on her GoFundMe or Just Giving. I think it's her GoFundMe page. Yes, and that's down to a lot of you doing it as well. So that's amazing. Yep, awesome. And it's now been, and I got the message from her because it's now in the media. I'm allowed to say it. You can tune in coming towards the end of April to watch Fatima Whitbread in I'm a Celebrity South African edition. Yeah, that's going to be amazing. With Phil Tufnell and Carol Vorderman. Awesome people in there. There's loads of others, clearly, but they're the three that stand out in my head. There we go. Why? Because I've spoke to Fatima Whitbread and I get on with her and she's a good friend. And she introduced me to Phil Tufnell. And she's going to introduce me to Carol Vorderman, so that'll be good. So let's wait out to see what happens. But it's all good. It's all good. And yesterday I received a lovely email from a guy, a veteran, a military veteran that I served with. Won't mention his name. It's on the GoFundMe anyway that he's doing, or Just Giving. Struggling. Asked me for help. I says, listen, I will help share whatever you need me to share. But I personally don't do these things. Anyway, listen, he needed cash. There's over £1,000 donated to him in his account. So he's doing well. Hopefully that'll help. Plus my good friend, Michelle Shell, who works for SAFA, Soldiers, Sailors, Air Force Association, is now involved and is going to be helping him that way as well. So that is great news. I'm really pleased about that. Haven't even started talking about what's on my mind at the minute, but I'm going to say a big thank you to Paul Bogey, who's got a YouTube channel on here, who sent me his book out. It's signed, so I'm really pleased, and his second book out. So there we go. Heroin Jahiro, a book about a guy who was a druggie, a heroin addict, wasted spacer, going nowhere in his life, turned his life around, and became a Scots Guard. It served his country. So yeah, it's a great book. And I've read the Heroin Jahiro one. Haven't read the final mission one yet. Sorry, Paul. I've got loads of things coming in, but I will get to the second book. Interesting. Right, what else is happening? A big shout out this morning, and you may not like this, to Rishi Sunak, the United Kingdom Prime Minister, because we know he flew into Belfast to meet the President. However, while he was there, without fanfare, without big entourage, he kept a low key, and he went to visit the gunned down Detective Chief Inspector John Caldwell. Remember the police, the detective where they tried to kill him, didn't they? They gunned him down, the terrorists in Northern Ireland. Thank God he survived, and it just shows, you know, these things play in people's minds. So well done to Rishi for going and reaching out to him and going to see him in a private function. No one would have knew about it, but the police service in Northern Ireland put out a little statement to say that they were really pleased and thank you very much for showing your solidarity and helping, you know, to support the good police officers that work hard. So yeah, well done. Yeah. Wait, what else? If you haven't noticed, Elon Musk has called out the BBC. Yep, he's destroyed them. He had them once on Twitter as government-funded media. But, a little bit of hindsight, Elon, license payers pay for that. So it's also public-funded, isn't it? So he's changed that around. I will be discussing that in another video about Elon. But it's amazing how the most unprepared, unprofessional BBC journalist went to interview a guy who knows so much shit, and he just schooled him. He schooled him on the media, and he made him look like an idiot. So there we go. And you can watch many of those clips of those interviews over on Twitter, where there's all people have shared it everywhere. It's amazing. Right. And another thing that I've been reading this morning is somebody called Omid Scabies. Scabies, yeah. Omid Scabies, who apparently is a friend of Meghan Markle's. Well, he's put out in the media now the reason why Meghan will not be attending the King's coronation is because she's busy doing her own thing. She's busy launching a new lifestyle website called TIG. Full stop. Yes, which proves the point which we've all been saying for years is this. She only cares about herself. She should be supporting her husband. However, take a step back from that, Trevor. Don't mention that again because of one thing and one thing only. Had she came to the coronation, we would have been saying, who the hell does she think she is? Now that she's not coming, we're saying, who the hell does she think she is? Truthfully, regardless, the minute her name's brought up in any circle, everyone's going, who the hell does she think she is? At the end of the day, listen, when you go around projecting yourself as a victim of every circumstance, colour, creed, religion, everything there is, then you will, cult type people that wear hoods, cult type people will catch on with you and go, we support you, we support you, we support. She killed a baby, no, we support you. She set fire to a house, no, we support. So basically what you're saying is, no matter what she does, she's not going to be liked. She's already set the standards in the gutter, and that's where I believe she'll probably will remain. If I'm honest, there's one thing that would have got her out of this, and everyone may have supported her. Just one statement. Rather than put out a statement like she's launching a lifestyle website called The TIG, rather than put out a statement like, well, she's staying for her son Archie's 4th birthday, because then we go, but she's been away she's been doing all these different events and ignored the children for quite some time, and all of a sudden, so no matter what statement they put out, it would not have went down well. Apart from one statement, I believe, which would have put her on a bit of a pedestal, if I'm honest. Had she released a statement saying, due to certain circumstances and the fact that we have stepped away from the royal family, I do not believe it would be appropriate for me to be at the King's coronation, considering I am no longer a working royal. That statement alone would have made me and everyone else go, oh, well, she's taking responsibility. That's a great statement to put out. I think that may have saved her. She'd been all over the news going about Meghan's taking responsibility. So that's the only thing that would have got her out of it. But unfortunately, she didn't. Right. A little bit about politics. We know about the Scottish Nationalist Party. We know that they are hell-bent. That party, this does not represent the Scottish people, by the way. I'm just saying. The Scottish Nationalist Party are hell-bent in separating from the rest of the United Kingdom. They want it. That's what they want. They want nationalism. Now, recent events have proved that the Scottish Nationalist Party are embedded in corruption. Massive corruption. Fraud. Financial fraud. The auditors all quitting. They spent £110,000 of their money on buying a luxury bus to carry people around the country during the pandemic, and they wrote on it, they called it the Battle Bus, which has sat outside Nicola Sturgeon's husband's mother's house for about 2 years, not moving. Their £600,000 went missing. They're also launching a legal case against the UK Prime Minister to try and force transgender laws into Scotland, which the Scottish people don't want. And clearly the Prime Minister doesn't want. And the majority of the public don't want. The minority, a small minority group, want it. That's going to cost hundreds of thousands of pounds of taxpayers' money to be wasted at something which no one in Scotland wants, apart from a small minority of about 1%. Craziness. Right. Now here's something which I've seen this morning, which I'm a little bit confused about. But I want you to comment below and let me know what you think. Right. We know Ukraine are at war against Russia. We know the West supports Ukraine against Russia. We know this. This is not about war. This is about common sense. The West is currently funding Ukraine, who now have a rehabilitation centre which brings troops that have been traumatised into their fold. They do therapy, get fresh food, they do swimming, they do all types of things with psychologists. And it's a rehabilitation centre for traumatised troops to send them back in to fight for Ukraine. The West is funding that. Yet the United Kingdom have nothing like that. Because in the United Kingdom, we may have Headley Courts and the other different types, Phoenix House, but we have centres which are for other troops. But in the United Kingdom, not too sure about the rest of the world, I don't know, can't speak for them. But in the United Kingdom, UK, when we have traumatised troops from combat with PTSD, we medically discharge them. We medically discharge our trauma. We get rid of our traumatised troops. They're never fixed and sent back into the units. They're not. So I find that strange why Ukraine are able to do it, but the UK don't. The UK is missing a rehabilitation unit for serving soldiers to be fixed and to go back in. We don't have one. If we do, let me know in the comments below. I'll gladly look at it, speak to a few people and give you the proper answer. But there we go. It's weird. It is very weird. Well, people, listen. Stand by for my next video, which has already been done and it'll be uploaded later on. Have a great day. Stay safe. And thank you to those who continue to subscribe to the channel and for the plethora of you that do support the channel through PayPal. I do appreciate it. One last thought. Tune in tonight, 7:30. I will be speaking to Paul, the Fitness Hutch, on his channel. And if you tune back in tonight at 9:10, I will be on the channel of Andy, the Gabby Cabby. Take care. Stay safe.